Very recent. The book came out Monday night, and it's been like such a labor of love for me. One of the things I really loved, as you can tell from the outfit, is really digging in and finding out what was life like back then, and trying to understand all of these stories with a little bit of context. For example, my whole understanding of David and Goliath completely changed. It's not in the book. It completely changed when I started learning about the weapons of war, how the Philistines had iron chariots, which were devastating along the coastal plain and useless in the mountains. The Jews, the Israelites, we were mountain fighters. And so the two nations were at a complete impasse right outside of Beit Shemesh, where the mountains hit the plain. And so Goliath steps forward and says, okay, the armies, they can't resolve this. So one-on-one, who's going to take me on? As part of my whole desire to give context to this whole world was creating this map. I have the Israelite nations, and I've got all the surrounding nations. But Amalek is not there, because we really haven't the slightest clue where Amalek is. We're in the middle of the desert, there's Amalek. We come into the land, Amalek's there. Persia, Amalek. And long before it's cool to hate the Germans, the Vilna Gaon says Amalek is there too. In fact, there's even this bizarre midrash that tells us that at the time of Shaul Amalek, the Amalekites turned themselves into sheep. In other words, they're shapeshifters. But like all shapeshifters, they're not random. They always follow a pattern. And the pattern of the Amalekites is that they show up. That was awesome. The pattern of the Amalekites is that they show up whenever we doubt what our true essence happens to be. We're in the desert, we say, is God among us or not? And Amalek attacks. We come into the nation, and Shaul Amalek is crowned king and hides among the baggage when the people come to anoint him, totally unable to take on his role. And he's the one who has to go and fight Amalek. In Persia, Hadassah, who goes by her Persian name Esther in the street, and who walks into the king's palace, totally silent about who she is and where she comes from, is the one who faces Amalek. And if we accept the Gaon's Peshat, in Germany, the place where we refer to Berlin as the New Jerusalem, as the new homeland, Amalek raises its head and comes back to fight us. But the great thing about shapeshifters is that once you know their secret, once you know their pattern, you also know how to destroy them. The minute Esther stands up and declares who she is, Haman's life lasts a matter of minutes. And in the desert, as long as Moshe held his arms proudly up, Amalek had nothing against us. And so I just want to leave us all with this bracha, that we're able to really embrace who we are and our true essence and put ourselves out there. And that is the way to completely destroy Amalek, to destroy this doubt that we hold amongst ourselves, to hold ourselves high, arms high like Moshe, with pride.